Hello everybody and welcome to the Ideal Video Blog. I'm your host Wade Fisher, coming to you today from Navasota, Texas, here at Sexing Technologies. Today we want to welcome Dustin Dean. Dustin, happy to have you on the show. Dustin's going to be our second co-host here. He's going to talk a little about Sexing Technologies, but before we get into sexing, Dustin, tell me about you. Where do you come from and who is Dustin Dean?
Well, nobody's interested in that, but we'll talk about it since you asked, I guess. I'm originally from North Texas, up by Wichita Falls. My family's been ranching up there commercially for quite a while now, and I committed the ultimate sin in this state. I went to Texas Tech and A&M both at the same time. That'd be like going to New Mexico and New Mexico State, or Iowa and Iowa State at the same time. But I don't care. I got a good education out of it, and some people say that I finished up right by going to A&M, but the best thing that came out of A&M was that's where I met my wife. So
awesome. And
we clash all the time because my whole family is hardcore Red Raider. My sister was homecoming queen at Texas Tech. Annie's whole family is hardcore Aggie. I mean, it's like this all the time, but that makes for a fun marriage.
Right.
Absolutely, yeah. But I'm the director of beef programs here at Sexing Technologies. Been here for a few years now, and they brought me on to help out on the beef side, and we really needed to kickstart and launch this beef program into the next hemisphere, which we've been very fortunate so far, and that's what we've seen happen.
You know, we're standing here in Navasota at Sexing Technologies, but give me an idea of what part of the place we are.
It's a pretty good sized facility. It's right in between College Station and Navasota on Highway 6, as you know, and when you're driving down Highway 6, you see the sign that says Sexing Technologies, but the building directly behind us is our new embryo division. We have an embryo division, which a lot of people don't realize, and it's quite large. There's easily over 1,000 donors and recipients here, and this is our brand new embryo division. The barn is absolutely huge, state-of-the-art equipment in there where we specialize mainly in IVF. Do quite a bit of flushing as well. From this point forward is where all of our bulls are housed. There's about 200 bulls here right now, a lot of dairy, a lot of beef. There's also another division a lot of people don't realize. We have an export division. We're one of the largest live animal exporters of U.S. cattle in the country.
But what I want to focus on for just a second is more on the sex semen side. Explain to me, you know, if I've got a bull that I want to do this with, or I want to use the bull on sex semen, you know, what does that mean? What am I looking at to get from there?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people that are watching this probably that have your own bull that you want to produce sex semen on, or you know of another bull that someone else owns, right. You know, that you would like to get sex semen on that bull. There's three ways to get sex semen. The first way is to buy it from one of the major AI studs. ABS, Select Sires, Gen X, Accelerated Genetics. They all have our sorting machines in their office that make sex semen on the bulls in their lineup. So you can pick up the catalog and buy it directly out of the catalog.
Right.
The other way is to buy it from somebody who had it custom produced on their own bull. There's a lot of club calves that are being sorted right now in the beef industry. And the third way is to have it made on your own bull. And to have it made on your bull, there's two ways to do that. You can bring the bull directly to us here in Texas. We house that bull for you, we jump that bull for you and make sex semen. The other way is to have that bull collected at your local independent collection facility. Any local semen collection center, you know, wherever that may be, that person, all we have to do is get in contact with that facility. They jump the bull, they collect the ejaculate, extend it, make sure the quality looks really, really good, and then they send that ejaculate to us in the mail, and we can sort it. And so there's three places that we can sort that semen for you. Our global headquarters is here in Texas, and I didn't say this earlier, but we're in about 8 or 9 different countries now, and so it's a quite large company. But we have another facility in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. And then we have a new facility that's in Fullerton, Nebraska. That's about 2 hours west of Omaha and about an hour north of Grand Island. So at all three of those places, we have ejaculate shipped in there on a daily basis, and we make sex semen, freeze it, make sure it passes QC, and then send it back to the customer.
But if I've got the donor cow and I want to do the IVF, I can bring it right here to Navasota and get it all done without leaving here.
Right.
But I can't use sex semen for that.
Oh, you absolutely can use sex semen for that.
You can?
The ultimate way to do that is if you brought your donor cow to that facility, plus if you own the bull at the same time, that's the ultimate way, because we can jump your bull, make the sex semen right over here, leave it fresh, Don't freeze it, but leave that sex semen fresh and walk it across this parking lot to that facility, and they can fertilize the oocytes that we collect out of your donor that same day with fresh sorted sex semen. So that's the best way to do it. On the IVF side or the flushing side.
Right.
And then the other way is to use sex semen that we may have made in the past that's been frozen and we just thawed out and use it over there. And then the third way is what we call a reverse sort, which means you take a straw of older, traditional conventional semen, and we can thaw that out into male and female, and then use that semen left over of the gender that you want to fertilize the oocytes in the IVF division. We make two kinds of straws of sex semen. That's another thing everybody needs to understand. We make one straw that's for AI only, and we make another straw that's for flushing only. And the only difference between those two straws is the concentration. The flush straw has twice as many cells in it as a straw for AI. The quality is the same, so there's no such thing as flush quality.
Right.
It's flush concentration.
So I guess I'm almost kind of playing devil's advocate on this, but is it actually cost effective to do sex semen?
Yeah, we get that. That's the most common question or comment that people have, and it's human nature to think that because of the fact that something costs a little bit more, it's not good for me. But we, as a company, have done a tremendous amount of independent economic analysis through Dr. Jim McGran, and have proven that once you identify what your value and gender difference is between your males and females, when that calf hits the ground, if you can say, if it's a bull calf, it's worth a couple of $100 more than the heifer, or vice versa, or whatever you're after. Once you identify that value and gender difference being about $200 or more, it's okay that sex semen costs a little bit more than conventional semen, because you're getting 90% of the calves that hit the ground of the gender that you need that are worth several $100s more than this gender over here. So just because something costs a little bit more doesn't mean it's not good for you.
Awesome. Well, Dustin, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
And one final question for you.
Yeah.
When you're on an airplane,
okay. I was on one this morning.
You were on one this morning. So you got a little bit of jet lag right now?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you're on an airplane, are you a movie watcher, a book reader, or a person next to you talker?
I'm a sleeper.
You're a sleeper.
Yeah,
every time.
Yeah, but I'll tell you something. As people can tell at home, I'm a little tall, so I get really ticked off when the person in front of me mashes the button and pushes their seat back into my knees. Happened this morning.
Right.
This girl this morning mashed it into my knees, and I have to push it up and maneuver my knees around. So I get ticked about that. But I try to sleep if I can. But I've been reading the new Bush book, Decision Points. That's usually what I try to read if I read anything. So it's been great. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Dustin, we appreciate having you. As you can tell, Sexing Technologies has got some construction going on over here to the right of us. They're growing in leaps and bounds. They're making new breakthroughs every day in sex semen, in the ways to use sex semen. And guys, I really encourage you, research it. See if you can't figure out if it's great for your operation, if AI and sexing of semen is good for you. Look up facebook.com/Sexing Technologies for more information. At the bottom of your screen right now is Dustin's contact info, email and telephone number. Call him if you've got any questions on that. We'll get to you here in just a minute, back from the road to do the tech tip of the week. It's going to be another Facebook tip, and you're going to want to hear it. Thanks for watching.